Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I'm Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Where the heck are we today? We are in Bellevue, Washington at the Meydenbauer Center. Had to do a presentation earlier today at a conference, sticking around to get my CLE credits. But something crazy happened out on the other side of the country, and I wanted to get you all informed about it because it's not only about what happened, but it's about some of the strange nature of what's happening here. And I've got to be honest with you, it's not really passing a smell test. New York, I don't know how to put it to you, but your criminal justice system sucks. Listen, we're going to be talking about the Daniel Penny case again today. This is a case that should have never been charged. This is a case that should have never been brought to trial. And now there's more gamesmanship and shenanigans going on that candidly doesn't make a lot of sense. So today, let's spend a few minutes and let's get you updated on the mockery of a sham that is the Daniel Penny trial. Okay, America, I'm sitting here minding my own business, going through Twitter as I'm here at this seminar, and lo and behold, it comes to find out that the jury in the Daniel Penny case is deadlocked on one of two counts. Let's go over what he's charged with. He's charged in count 1 with manslaughter, and in count 2, he's charged with negligent homicide. Now, we're not going to geek out too much about the elements of each, but essentially a jury was going to have to reach a conclusion on count 1 before they could even move on to count 2. Unfortunately, the jury was never able to reach a conclusion, which under any other circumstance known to man would constitute a mistrial. The jury would be excused, and the prosecutor would then have the choice as to whether or not to refile the charges and retry the case. However, at the prosecutor's request, when the jury came back on count 1 manslaughter and said that they just absolutely positively could not reach a unanimous verdict, the state of New York moved to dismiss count 1. The defense objected, and I'll explain why in a moment, but the judge ultimately ended up granting the motion to dismiss count 1, and he then sent the jurors home for the weekend so that they could come back on Monday and deliberate on count 2, negligent homicide. Now, why would the defense attorney have objected to the prosecution dismissing by far the most serious of the two charges? Well, here's why. Because a jury has now heard all the evidence that the state intended on offering on the manslaughter charge. They were not able to reach a verdict. However, by just merely dismissing count 1 and leaving count 2, not only does it give a jury the opportunity to what we sometimes call split the baby here, right? We didn't find him guilty on the really bad one, but we found him guilty on the less one. But worse than that, you got to remember that now the jury is hearing all of the evidence related to count 1, but they are going to decide whether Mr. Penny is guilty of the less serious charge on count 2. That is why, under any other situation known to man, when a jury cannot reach a unanimous verdict as to one of the counts, the court will declare a mistrial and we will start all over. So, whether or not the jury is even going to return a verdict of not guilty on count 2, I'm a little worried about, because clearly if they were hung up on count 1, that means there was at least a couple jurors, or at least one, who did believe he was guilty of this offense. What, if any, good news is this for Mr. Penny? Well, it's pretty simple. If, God forbid, he actually gets convicted of this offense, he will have one remarkable appellate record. So again, we're going to go ahead and link up a couple stories about this so you guys can geek out on yourself. Maybe you can understand kind of the legal chess game that's being played in the courtroom here. It appears that Mr. Penny is receiving very good representation, but again, they are fighting in the absolute depths of a sewage system when we call the New York justice system. Listen, if you guys got any other questions about this or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington Gun Law by now, but if you don't, that's okay. That information's down there in the description box. If you got an idea for a video we should be doing around here, you click on that link right there and you let us know. If all you want to do is subscribe to our monthly newsletter, heck, you could have just gone to the description box and done that right now. And then finally, and most importantly, let's everyone remember that part of being the lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation, how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.